Okay, ji, this is lecture number 14, and today we are doing the tank design over here. And we have gone through this chart previously also, and just a little bit review over here. So if you can see very simply that if you are designing a transformer, if it is air cooled or oil cooled, and then if you have oil cooled over there, then it is a naturally cooled transformer or a oil cooled forced transformer. Then you have some other types over there, and then you have more types in the oil cooled natural ones. The one which are at your houses or near your houses, a distribution transformer is an oil cooled natural, and that is this type, oil natural, air natural over there. Then you have also the oil natural air forced, which means that you are actually going to have the fan actually working on this, the tubes or the whatever condition. And then ON, again, sorry? Air blast. Air blast means, or air force means same thing. Air blast actually, why? Because the fan actually working there is very, very high speed. So that's why they use the word blast over there. Because actually blast word is coming from high voltage circuit breakers, which are called as air blast circuit breakers or oil blast circuit breakers. So that's why actually this blast word is coming up. So you have also ONAF over there, and then you have ONWF over there. I told you also sometimes back when in LESCO we had less number of transformers practically on the distribution or the grid stations, then they used to put that water pipe over there. So actually they were trying to make an oil natural, air natural to actually oil natural, water forced, something like that. So the transformer was working at a very high losses rate or whatever. It was working at 90 or 100% load almost all the time, or at least major time of your service of the transformer. Okay, now since before we go on towards the cooling over here, the first thing we have to do is actually the tank. Now why tank is important? Tank is important because the transformers which we have designed up till now, maybe either a power transformer or maybe a distribution transformer, they all have to be submerged in oil. I'm not talking about dry type transformers because dry type transformers are very expensive and we have not just gone through their design. Dry type transformers, they are not used on ships or something like that. Airplanes and on ocean vehicles over there, that is actually submarines or somewhere. Why reason? Because when they are moving, the oil is also moving there. So the oil can actually create a problem of leakage over there, and plus it will not be having that convection and radiation effect over there. क्या मतलब? जो dry type transformers की limitation load wise किस तरह? Same, approximate, everything. 11 kV / 400 volt, same thing. Size is very, very small because they are using some other dielectric. Of course. And frequency खैर वो एक अलग चीज़ है, वो एक अलग गेम है कि आपके पास 400 hertz है. If you are on an aeroplane, certainly you have a 400 hertz supply over there. That is the normal frequency there on an airplane. But if you are working in the submarine or somewhere, then it's maybe 50 hertz or 400 hertz, depending upon whatever the class of submarine or whatever you have over there. These are again same pictures which we have done before also from chapter number 7 of your R.K. Agarwal book. And the main thing that is important over here is actually this tank design over there. Now, question over here. Tank is important because it has to have the oil. Now, oil should not leak throughout the life of the transformer. So the thickness of this wall of the tank is very much important, because even if it is going to have rusting or some corrugation or whatever over there, it should withstand the total lifespan of that transformer. And lifespan, I'm not talking about just the lifespan of one winding, which may be like 20 to 30 years. I am talking about something 50 to 100 years, because maybe there is going to be a revamp of your whole distribution system after 50 years or 100 years over there. So the tank is going to withstand that. Secondly, the tank, in case of any catastrophe, should be able to withstand any explosion that is going to take place inside the transformer, because there are chances that there are going to be a short circuit current inside the transformer windings, and if this happens, you are going to have a very big explosion. Now, practically, when it is going to be oil inside it, you cannot make the device explosion proof. You cannot even make it that if it is going to have an explosion, it will not burst. It will certainly burst, but you have to contain the amount of force that is actually going to be exerted on the walls of it. Now, the tank over here is going to serve two purposes. The first thing, it's going to seal off the transformer so that no moisture does not go in. You are doing a protection course also at the present time, so you have an idea that what is a Buckles relay. ठीक है? We have gone through this Buckles relay. अभी तक पढ़ी है कहीं पर? I guess maybe after the midterm it will be coming up. Buckles relay is actually talking on the moisture content, or it's also on the amount of level of oil inside the transformer. ठीक है, it is going to take into consideration, just like अगर आपके घर में if you have seen those water tanks where there is a floating valve over there, and as soon as that floating valve goes up, the water intake in that tank or tanky, it actually stops over there. So similarly, a Buckles relay is actually going to take based on some sensor inputs, certainly analog, not digital ones, because can anyone tell me transformer की vicinity में why we avoid digital sensors? The B is very much large. There are many stray charges available over there. There are many partial discharges taking place. So any digital sensor will have interference over there. So you cannot actually have a digital sensor incorporated inside a transformer. Coming back to what we were talking, so the tank of the transformer is going to be sealed, and secondly, it's going to also dissipate heat from the oil. Now, when I'm talking about dissipation of heat, it can be done by 2 or 3 methods. The first method is that the tank is going to be so large and it's going to actually have the heat dissipated from the valves over there, and the transformer is going to be cooled down. Now, if you remember, when we started a transformer design, there was a value of temperature which we wrote as 40/50 degrees centigrade or 50/60 degrees centigrade. This was actually telling us the oil temperature and the ambient temperature on the outside. So if the winding temperature can sustain up till a temperature of 50 degrees centigrade, the outside temperature is going to be 40. So this slash over there is actually telling you that the winding should be cooled down to approximately this temperature of 50 degrees centigrade or 60 or whatever that case may be. Now, since I just told you that the tank of the transformer, if I make a small tank over there, let me just make a small tank over here, and that tank so if I have this, let me okay. So if I have this tank over there, I'm trying to actually make a 3-dimensional okay, now the transformer is going to be placed inside this tank, and when you are seeing this transformer tank over there, this side is going to be called as the length of your transformer tank over there. This side is certainly going to be called as the width of your transformer tank, so we can call it as LT, you can call it as WT actually, not WW, this will be WT. And certainly the last thing over here is actually going to be the height of your tank, that is the H of T. T a subscript over there, T stands for the tank over there. Now, over here in this transformer, if you can see very closely, you have seen distribution transformer placed on poles over there, and they are erected not on some solid surface, they are erected in almost air with only just like maybe 2 rods which are just below, and those rods are just below the transformer over there and on it. Now, the question over here, why I'm actually talking on this one in very detail is this, because the transformer tank is actually going to be dissipating the heat. Now, which sides are going to dissipate heat and which sides are not? Now, coming to the transformer tank over there, the transformer tank is only going to be filled up till this level. And when it will be filled up till this level, so if I have, supposingly, this is my transformer tank filled up till this level. It's not filled with water. I've used blue color, does not mean that it is filled with water. So if I have this one over here, the transformer tank is going to be filled over here, and certainly this will be filled with over here. Now, can anyone tell me why this is not going to be filled fully? There is going to be expansion as well. Secondly, there is going to be bushings placed on the top of your transformer. There is going to be an auto tap changer over there, or maybe an online tap changer or an offload tap changer over there. So it's not going to be totally filled over there. Secondly, there is going to be air trapped over there, which may ionize or which may have moisture inside it. Plus the oil is also going to expand over there. So it's not going to be filled up till the top. So the purpose of having this tank over here in this one is this, so that it can seal off the oil which is inside the tank. Now, if you see very closely, when the transformer tank is designed over there, which sides are actually having the dissipation being done? This side from over here is dissipating the heat. This side is also having a dissipation of the heat. This side is also having a dissipation of the heat. This side is also having a dissipation of the heat. So these four sides are having a dissipation. Yes, the lower half is also going to have a dissipation, but one thing very important, one thing I have just assumed it is this, that this region where the transformer oil is not there. So we are still assuming that they are still dissipating that heat. So what I am going to do, I am not going to have, the bottom point over there. So bottom is not going to be included in the transformer sides which are dissipating the heat. So this is the first assumption, that only four side walls are actually going to dissipate the heat. So whenever you are asked to find out the transformer surface area of the tank, ST, okay? This is very important. Whenever you are asked to find out the surface area of the tank, this is not the surface area actually available. This is the surface area which you are actually going to have. So this will be LT multiplied by HT plus 2 times again this will be WT multiplied by H of T. So this will be the only two sides over there. And certainly this S of T surface area is certainly either going to be in millimeter square or meter square. That is totally up to you. Now, which side is going to be how much added over there, which side is going to be how much longer, that depends upon some clearances. Now, if you are designing a transformer of 11 kV, certainly high voltage winding is going to be on the outer side. So when high voltage winding is going to be on the outer side, you have to keep space in such a way. So if I have a transformer over here, let me just make a transformer over here on this winding. So if in this transformer I have, let me just use black. So if I have this transformer over here, and over here I have and certainly it's a core type transformer, so I am assuming this is the so I have this one, come on. So I have this core type transformer, and on this core type transformer, certainly the outside winding, the last winding which I have over here is this winding, and this distance over here, if I mark it over here, this is going to be the high voltage coil outside diameter. Agreed? Okay. And if I do it for the other ones also, it's exactly the same over there. So this is going to be my high voltage. This is actually a little thicker, so don't worry on this one, but practically it will be the same over there. So this is the same high voltage coil outside diameter. Similarly, this is the high voltage coil outside diameter. Now this clearance over here, this has to be some clearance so that oil can actually flow over there. Similarly, this whole transformer is not going to be placed on the bottom shelf over there. There is always going to be some wooden padding over there, and the whole transformer is going to be placed on that wooden or asbestos padding. Now, the reason you are not going to place it on the tank floor, because then it's not going to be cooled down from the lower half. So this yoke portion which I am actually marking, it won't be cooled down. So the whole transformer is going to be on some wooden planks over there, and certainly it will not be just landing on it. It will be fitting with some nut bolts over there, so that even in case of an earthquake or if the pole is actually having some vibration, the transformer does not. Because if the transformer inside the tank, actually topples down, the whole transformer will actually be coming down. So it's very important that you have the control on your center of gravity of your whole tank so that it can be placed. So when this transformer is going to be placed, so there is always going to be some clearance over there. So supposingly, if you have placed this tank over there up till this point, this is going to be the clearance from your height side over there. This is going to be the clearance from your length side over there. And certainly there is also going to be a clearance from the width side, which is not shown in this diagram. So there are going to be some certain clearances added over there on all three sides. Now, wooden planks or whatever. अंदर है ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक के अंदर अब जरूरी नहीं कि वुडन प्लैंक्स हो. आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट्स ऑलवेज गोइंग टू वुडन प्लैंक. It has to be insulator, one thing very important, because magnetic field is going to be traveling towards the tank over there. We want the tank to be at neutral charge. Okay? We don't want any EM. So there is going to be some asbestos or some insulated material so that it can actually make the transformer a little up. लेकिन इतना भी ऊंचा नहीं करना कि ये ट्रांसफार्मर को ज़रा सा भी इधर से धचका लगे and it topples down. ठीक है, तो वो खंबे से या जहाँ भी आपकी पोल्स पर है it falls down instantly. So don't want that to happen. Of course, इसके ऊपर होगी. ये नहीं मैंने क्या कि पूरा का पूरा ट्रांसफार्मर यहाँ तक रखो या यहाँ जिस लेवल तक रखो, दिस क्लियरेंस हैज़ टू बी CH एंड ऑन द टॉप ऑल्सो देर इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू बी CH बार. लेकिन इन दिस CH बार देर आर सम अदर आइटम्स विच हैव टू बी एडेड, वो भी मैं डिस्कस करने जा रहा हूँ. सो क्लियरेंस इज गोइंग टू बी ऑन ऑल साइड्स. ऑन लेंथ साइड इट्स गोइंग टू बी हेयर, इट्स ऑल्सो गोइंग टू बी हेयर. On width side, it's also going to be on one side, also going to be on the other side. So this is just the front view side. If you want to take the side view, it will be totally different over. हाँ, of course. ठीक है जी, any question हमसे? मैंने सर ये ट्रांसफार्मर क्योंकि थोड़ा सा ऊपर बना दिया था, इस वजह से मैंने अब आपको बताया कि दिस वुडन ब्लॉक्स और वट एवर शीट्स आर देयर एंड दिस होल ट्रांसफार्मर इज गोइंग टू रेस्ट ऑन इट. सो दिस CH इज गोइंग टू बी डिपेंडेंट अपॉन दैट इंसुलेटेड ब्लॉक विच इज गोइंग टू बी ऑन देयर. ठीक. Okay, now based on this assumption, I have some clearances over there and this is the data which is coming on for a 100 kVA transformer. Now 100 kVA is a transformer which requires fins or elliptical tubes. So if you see now, what is the gap between high voltage coil to the inside of the tank on the length side? This is that CL. So this value is that CL which I am talking about, 25 mm. And 25 mm is adequate because what was alpha? Alpha was approximately 10 to 25 mm. It can be 9 or 8 in some cases. So 25 mm. So basically, आपकी high voltage coil is going to have an oil channel over there of approximately 25 mm. Now, bigger the size of your transformer, certainly this distance will increase. Okay? Then the gap between high voltage coil to the inside of the tank on the wet side, this is a little larger so that transformer can circulate, oil can circulate over there. Okay? Because the transformer oil, when it is going to be heated up, the hotted oil will reach on the top. When it will, because hot oil is going to be having less dense over there, so it's going to heat up. Then if it has radiators over there, it's going to flow through those radiator tubes and come back down. So आपको उसको channel के लिए you require some width over there. So transformer is going to have a little width, so that's why this is 40 mm. And certainly this will be on both sides. So this is your CW over there, that is the clearance over there. So this VW is this 40 mm. Then gap between the core yoke to the tank bottom, this is 40 mm. Now this 40 mm, you can call this one as your CH over there. And this includes that whatever insulated block you are using over there or whatever you have over there. Then between the core yoke to the ratio switch. Now what is ratio switch? The same tap changer which we have just talked before also, because there is going to be a tap changer over there and that tap changer is going to be placed somewhat here in this region. And that tap changer is certainly not going to be immersed in oil. This is very important. Oil is just going to be, supposingly, if there is oil over there, the oil level is just going to be up till this point over there. So this is going to be the oil of the transformer and this is going to be just the level of the oil. So that even if there is a pump just like over here, so the oil can actually be moving on over there and then coming back down over there. So this ratio switch is going to be, so there is going to be certainly some clearance over there for the ratio switch over there, and that is written over there as a value, as you can see over there, the gap between the core yoke to the ratio switch base, that comes out to be 20 mm. Very small distance, not that much for a 100 kVA transformer. Height of the ratio switch depends upon what type of tap changer you are using. Okay? If you are using an online tap changer, certainly the size of that is going to be larger. If it is going to be offline tap changer, then certainly it's going to be just 90 mm over there. Then gap between the ratio switch to the top of the inside tank cover. अब रेशियो स्विच बिल्कुल टैंक के साथ नहीं लगाएंगे, क्योंकि ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक के बिल्कुल ऊपर on this side I am going to have bushings like this. So, and you can't place just very close to this one, so there is certainly going to be some clearance over there because there is 11 kV over there. So this bushings over there on the top of the transformer tank, you have to make that. So that is 40 mm. So based on all these distances over here, this 40 mm, 90 mm, 20 mm, 40 mm, 25 and 40. Now these distances, just memorize it for 100 kVA. Maybe if you are asked in exam to maybe basically make a transformer design, you can use these values, and if it is a little larger size, maybe like something from 100 kVA you have gone to something 1 MVA, okay, 1000 kVA, you will increase these values. Compare these values, these clearances from chapter number 4 to chapter number 6 in your the Indrajit Das Gupta book. You will find out that there is so this value, just for example, this is 25 mm here. When I will go towards 630 kVA, this increases to 40 mm. Larger the transformer, larger are the losses. So you have to have more clearances over there. Okay? So this is actually coming on from that one. Now, length of the tank. Length of the tank is equal to 2 into core limb of the center. What is core limb? If I go back on this one over there, मेरा ट्रांसफार्मर यहाँ से मिट चुका है? वाओ, नहीं, कहाँ गया? मैंने ट्रांसफार्मर की वो आउटर बाउंड्री मिट गई लग रहा है. एक सेकेंड. So what is core limb center जी? कोई बताएगा मुझे? From this center to this center, this is your core limb center. Similarly, this is your core limb center. ठीक है? हैं? Capital D, हाँ, capital D, as far as the R.K. Agarwal book is concerned. So the first thing being added over there is the core limb center multiplied by 2 over there, plus high voltage coil outside diameter. ठीक है जी, core limb center से. So how एक आधी इधर से आधी इधर से, so 1 coil diameter added. Then 2 into 25. What is 25 over here? CL. So the length is equal to 2 into core limb center plus high voltage coil outside diameter plus 2 times 25 here, 25 on the other side. Add up values and you will get on the length. Breadth of the tank, which is actually also the width of the tank over here. High voltage coil outside diameter, क्योंकि जितनी वाइंडिंग थिक है उतनी तो रहेगी, अगर इतनी इधर थी तो इतनी इधर भी है. ठीक है? Then clearances here, clearances here, and that is 2 into 40 mm over there. ठीक है? So just add these two, you will get on WT over here. The important thing is the height of the tank, because this is going to decide how much oil you are actually going to put inside your tank. ठीक है? And the ratio switch and all that stuff. So what is this over here? Height of the tank 40. This is actually the 40 distance clearance from the bottom over there. Plus this book, they have actually taken a bottom yoke insulation. They are putting a 5 mm asbestos sheet between the yoke and the bottom insulation. So what they are doing actually, that 40 mm may be a wooden block. उस वुडन ब्लॉक के ऊपर एक 5 mm की एक और थिकनेस रख रहे हैं जो कि एज एन इंसुलेशन काम करेगी, बिकॉज दिस इज जस्ट गोइंग टू बी 100 kVA ट्रांसफार्मर. सो दे आर टेकिंग समथिंग लाइक दिस. प्लस विंडो हाइट ऑफ द कोर. ठीक है? विंडो हाइट, व्हाट इज विंडो हाइट ओवर देयर? इफ आई गो बैक ऑन योर डायग्राम ओवर देयर, दिस इज योर विंडो हाइट ओवर हेयर. सो दिस इज योर विंडो हाइट ऑफ द कोर. एंड देन द नेक्स्ट थिंग टू एड अप ओवर देयर, 2 into width of the first core step. आप योक का ऊपर और योक का नीचे, स्टेप 1 स्टेप 1, क्योंकि हमने यहाँ पे भी अज्यूम किया कि हमारा योक भी स्टेप्ड है. ठीक है? सो दिस इज 2 into width of the first your step plus 20. This 20 is coming on from the yoke to the ratio switch base. ठीक है? So this 20 mm is coming on over there, plus ratio switch height. ठीक है, that is 90 mm over there, and then 40 mm over there, that is the ratio switch to the inside of the tank cover, that is 40 mm. So you are adding up over here 40 mm, that is the bottom yoke insulation, the wooden bar over there, kitna आपने elevate करना है. This is just 5 mm as per your book. Then you have the window height of the core. You have 2 into width of the first catstow strap, plus 20 mm for the yoke to the ratio switch base. ये वो distance है. Now one thing very important, if you are asked to find out the volume of the oil, ये बहुत important question है. If you are asked to find, these two distances will remain the same, but the height of the transformer in which it is going to be oil up till the ratio switch height, ये चीज़ें निकल जाएंगी बीच में से, these things, this one. They are not immersed over there. So when you are trying to find out the volume of the oil, it will be just equal to 40 plus bottom yoke insulation, that is 5 mm, plus window height of the core plus 2 in this time. This 20 may or may not be added, but as a conservative value, you will actually make them inserted over there so that just the ratio switch is out of that oil. So this is going to be your height of the tank, that is going to be H of T over there. So these three values are there. Now I have taken all these clearances from your Indrajit Das Gupta book. From your R.K. Agarwal book, they also have given these clearances. In fact, I have taken these values of CL, CW and CH, their names, from the R.K. Agarwal. This book is not taking. So I am actually taking a merger of these two over there. Okay? So you are having this one. Now, question here arises, now you have decided the height of the tank, the length of the tank, the width of the tank. That is done. Do you need fins? Do you need tubes? Do you need a radiator? That is going to be decided, that how much heat the tank is going to dissipate. Now, there are three modes of heat dissipation. The first one, conduction. Second, convection. Third, radiation. Now, conduction, it is not going to take place in this transformer. Why? Because transformer tank is not in conduct with any metal over there. It's only placed on two vertical or horizontal rods. वहाँ से पूरी की पूरी heat conduct नहीं हो सकती. So it's not going to have any conduction heat rate or specific heat dissipation rate over there by conduction. Yes, windings are going to dissipate that heat by conduction to the oil. Oil is not going to dissipate it by conduction. So the only two things remaining which can dissipate heat is the convection, certainly that will happen, and the radiation. Radiation kahan se honi hai? Radiation is going to happen from the tank side. And when I have talking about the tank side, this means I will be talking about this S of T, which is actually the four side walls of your tank. Now, what are the rates over here? Let me, actually where are the, ये numerical भी हम करते हैं थोड़ी देर में. Just now I am talking about this one first. Now, since I told you conduction is not happening, I have these values over there from scientific data that your radiation rate is approximately 6 watt per meter square degree centigrade. And if you are having convection, you are having 6.5 watts per meter square degree centigrade. Now, if your transformer is just 20 to 30 kVA, maybe you won't need even transformer tubes or whatever they over there. Only the transformer tank is going to be enough over there. But if your transformer is more than enough, like maybe something 50 kVA, 100 kVA plus, then you have to first of all add these two. This comes out to be 12.5. Now, what you are doing over there? See this very carefully. Assume this is not there. I have not written this one. See this very carefully, this equation. What this is telling me? Total losses divided by S of T, the surface area of the tank, multiplied by 12.5. So I am having surface area multiplied by 12.5 rate. So this will be giving me meter square multiplied by 12.5 watts per meter square degree C. And here I have total losses. This S of T will be in meter square and meter square cancelled. Watt and watt cancelled. I will be only having temperature degree C. Now, this degree C that comes out is telling me that the transformer tank heat dissipate करने के बाद आपके transformer tank के अंदर temperature क्या होगा? And if that temperature is within your required value, because what was your required value? I told it as 40 to 50 degree centigrade. So if it comes out to be 50 degree centigrade, okay, well and good, no issues. हमारा transformer tank ही काफ़ी है. It can work. But if it does not come out to be, now you have to design for the tubes over there. Now there are three types of radiators which you can design. The first one, हाँ बोलो हमजा, कम आ जाए कोई इशू नहीं, अच्छी बात है, बहुत अच्छी बात है. आप इसका मतलब ये है कि आप अपने ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक के ऊपर वेस्ट कर रहे हो कुछ मनी, आप उसका साइज और रिड्यूस कर सकते हो. ऑफ कोर्स नहीं, ज़रूरी नहीं है असल में. हेयर इफ़ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट 11 kV 100 kVA, मे बी देन यू कैन डू इट. बट इफ़ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग हायर, देन मे बी डोंट डू इट. वाई? बिकॉज ट्रांसफार्मर इंसुलेशन इज़ वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर दिस वन. ठीक है. So tank size is going to be conservatively done over there. But yes, tank cost is a very significant cost. Remember, tank cost and the oil cost is a very significant cost of a transformer. Not just the transformer कि जी आपकी जो copper है अंदर उसके, they are actually going to have cost of it, or the core is going to have some weight and it's going to have a cost of it. The tank is also going to be, and it's going to be made up of metal. ठीक है. It's not going to be made up of some aluminium or something, because aluminium can't sustain that heat also, plus it can't sustain that weight also, it will bend down. So it's going to be something, plus it's going to be galvanically also isolated. उसके ऊपर एक पेंट किया जाएगा ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक के अंदर, क्योंकि उस ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक के अंदर that oil has to sustain for 50 to 100 years. So it has to be. क्या कह रहे हो? इस कोर्स को पढ़ने के बाद if you go in this business of actually taking on, तो वो पता नहीं, I heard this statement yesterday or day before yesterday from some Indian I guess minister. He was telling it कि in our South Asia it's difficult to actually steal petrol, but it's very easy to steal electricity. So electric cars in South Asia, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh and all this, it's a very good business. क्योंकि आप, मैं अब लाया हूँ गाड़ी वहाँ से, मैं मेकर्स लैब से एक तार लेके जाऊँ अपनी गाड़ी के साथ लगाऊँ, बिजली चार्ज हो रही है. सो दिस कैन बी डन वेरी इजीली ओवर देयर, स्पेशली इन पाकिस्तान, इंडिया एंड सच कंट्रीज ओवर देयर. अच्छा जी, नाउ इफ आई गोइंग टू हैव ट्यूब्स ओवर देयर, नाउ व्हाट विल द टू ट्यूब्स डू? ट्यूब्स आर गोइंग टू हैव द कन्वेक्शन इंक्रीज्ड. ठीक है जी. लेकिन एट द वेरी सेम टाइम the tubes are going to cover the surface of the tank also. So आपकी रेडिएशन पे फ़र्क आएगा. लेकिन the tubes are also going to have an increase in their convection rate. Convection side, there is going to be an increase of approximately 35% over here. That is written over here also. Improve the convection rate by 35%, which means that the actual convection rate will now be 6.5 multiplied by 1.35. That will be the actual convection rate. But since the tank of the transformer is now being covered with fins or tubes over there, now there is going to be a decrease. So we have taken this one in such a way that if there is going to be a change in the overall tank, we are going to find out our S of t multiplied by 12.5 over here, that is watts per meter square degree C. This is going to give us the total watt dissipation over there, how much it's going to happen. Now after this, the remaining power that is going to be wasted or that has to be dissipated, that remaining power will be required for your transformer tubes over there. For this purpose, see this proof. Now this proof in your book, they have done some mistakes over there, so see this proof very, very carefully. What is total radiation? Total radiation is given as 6 St, ठीक है, watts per degree C. ये ज़रा ध्यान रखो इस चीज़ के ऊपर, what I have done over there, 6 St watts per degree C. आपके units क्या थे? Watts per meter square into degree C. That was specific heat dissipation. ठीक है. Now if I multiply my radiation rate with St, which means now this is just watts divided by degree C over there. So this is 6 St by watts per degree C over there. Total convection from the walls 6.5 St, that is watts per degree C. ठीक है जी. If you add these two together, this is telling you 12.5 St watts per degree C is the over there. ये आपके टैंक से हो रहा है, ये हो जाएगा. अब आपकी ट्यूब से सिर्फ कन्वेक्शन होनी है. रिमेंबर, इससे रेडिएशन नहीं होनी है, क्योंकि ट्यूब से जो रेडिएशन हो रही है वो हमने ऐड अप कर दी है टैंक की रेडिएशन जो कम हुई है उसको कवर करने से. आई एम अगेन रिपीटिंग, फ्रॉम द ट्यूब्स यू आर ओनली गोइंग टू गेट कन्वेक्शन that is going to be 35% more than the rate, that is 35% plus the 6.5 value. So the tubes की जो radiation है, that is not going to be taken into consideration, that has compensated the tank radiation. ठीक है, so assuming कि जी वो उतना ही एरिया कवर हो रहा है, again a lot of assumption, but still it's true. हाँ, आपने एरिया कम नहीं किया, ठीक है. So the tank radiation remains the same, that is 6 over there. Convection remains 6.5 or 6 and 6.5. Now, अब ट्यूब्स के लिए सरफेस एरिया कितना चाहिए, that is very much important. Now for tube surface area, see the statement x st minus st m meter square. मुझे रिक्वायर्ड था, टैंक का एरिया था st, लेकिन टोटल हीट डिसिपेट करने के लिए मुझे x टाइम्स st चाहिए था, यानी कि मुझे जो टोटल सरफेस एरिया है उसका कितने टाइम्स मुझे चाहिए, सो दैट ऑल द पावर इज वेस्टेड. सो आई हैव टेकन दैट एज एन x वेरिएबल, दैट x इज द मल्टीप्लीकेशन फैक्टर. मिसाल के तौर पर, फॉर एग्जांपल, माय st वैल्यू वाज कमिंग आउट टू बी सपोजिंगली 1.4 मीटर स्क्वायर. इससे हीट डिसिपेट नहीं हो रही थी. सो नाउ आई एम हैविंग x of st as the total, and that is supposedly coming out to be 1.9 meter square. So what is x over there? That will be 1.9 divided by 1.4. You can easily find it out. Though x is actually telling you कि आपको surface area कितना बढ़ाना है. So the tube surface area will be equal to x st minus st over there. That is. Now based on this one, convection by the tube walls, as I told you कि tube से सिर्फ convection होनी है. So what is this? This is the surface area of the tubes. Surface area of the tubes. st x plus 1. इसको मैंने लिख दिया यहाँ पे st common. This comes out to be x minus 1 meter square. Agreed on this one? So over here, this is st x minus 1 area multiplied by rate 6.5 multiplied by increase because of the symphonic action of the tubes, watts per degree C. Got? Multiply the 6.5 by 1.35. STX minus 1 same, nothing change over there from the top. 8.775 watts per degree C. Total dissipation जी, ठीक है. Total dissipation. Now I am going to add this one with this one. So this comes out to be 12.5 ST. ठीक है. And this is total dissipation. Let me write it down. Per degree C. Remember, this is per degree C because the units are watts per degree C. Because specific heat dissipation. Okay, 12.5 ST plus same term written over there, ST x minus 1 into 8.775. Take ST common, that comes out to be 12.5 plus 8.775 brackets x minus 1. You can open this bracket now. So after this cancelling and whatever subtracting, that comes out to be ST 3.72 plus 8.775 x watts per degree C. Now what this is actually telling you, that I am now having, this is as the watts per degree C, and this formula is going to give me that how much x value I require. आपको x percentage, degree C क्या चाहिए? 50 degrees. That is over here in the denominator. ST आपको पता है आपके टैंक का कितना है? 3.72 constant, 8.775 x unknown quantity है. So you will just plug in the value of total losses over there, degree C in the denominator, and you will find out this x over here, that is this quantity. Okay? So by using this formula which is highlighted, you can find out x. और x क्या बता रहा है आपको कि x is how much surface area of your total system you are increasing. And from here you want to find out the tube surface area, that will be x times st minus st. That will be giving you the tube surface area. हाँ, total power is going to be the no load losses plus the load losses. देखो, hysteresis loss heating produce कर रहा है, eddy current heating produce कर रहा है, copper losses heating produce कर रहे हैं. So all those losses are going to be added up, and that is going to give you that total losses over there. Now using this same equation over there, another equation found out over here, that is called as specific heat dissipation. ये बहुत ध्यान से, अभी तक मैंने क्या किया था, watts per degree C. अब है specific heat dissipation, which I have told you watts per meter square per degree C. अब हमारे पास ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक के साथ ट्यूब्स हैं, तो मेरे पास इस इक्वेशन को if I divide it by, now what is this? This is watts per degree C. मैं इसको अगर डिवाइड कर दूं by the total area that I have, that is meter square. ठीक है? This equation over here divide by the total area over here. What is the area over here? And what is that area? That area is x times st. ठीक है? So if I divide by x times st, this st and st cancelled. I have only x over there. So what now becomes? The equation becomes 3.72 divided by x plus 8.775 watts per meter square degree C. So if you are using tubes or whatever function you are using, this is the formula for specific heat dissipation. And this is going to give you, that is, and how you are going to just plug in this value over there. This will be the total losses divided by मीटर स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड मल्टीप्लाइड बाय डिग्री सी. वही चीज़ है, मैं सिर्फ वहाँ पे वो लिखा है, एक डिफरेंट तरीका है. इन योर बुक स्पेशली दिस आर के अग्रवाल, इन्होंने थोड़ी सी गलती की हुई है इन दिस प्रूफ, एंड एवरी ईयर स्टूडेंट्स कम एंड टेल मी कि सर ये बुक में गलती है. एक्चुअली में उसने गलती ये की हुई है कि ही हैज़ यूज सुपर सबस्क्रिप्ट एंड सुपर स्क्रिप्ट ओवर देयर, अदरवाइज द प्रूफ इज द सेम ओवर देयर. आंसर ठीक है, उसने वहाँ कुछ गलत लिख दिया है. उसने वहाँ पे स्पेसिफिक हीट डिसिपेशन का वर्ड नहीं यूज़ किया, उसने सिर्फ डिसिपेशन का वर्ड यूज़ किया. सो काइंडली करेक्टेड इन योर बुक्स इफ यू हैव इट ओवर देयर. नाउ बेस्ड ऑन दिस आई एम गोइंग टू नाउ टॉक ऑन one example from your R.K. Agarwal book, and based on this example I am going to decide how many tubes I require. Now these are some of the different types of tubes, I will just discuss them. Example: design an adequate cooling system for a 250 kVA 6600/400 volt 50 Hz 3-phase delta star core type oil immersed natural cool transformer with the following particulars. Winding temperature rise not to exceed 50 degrees. 50 degree centigrade is the limit. Total losses at 90 degree C's are 5 kilowatts. Then you get no load loss plus everything is 5 kilowatt. Tank dimensions: height into length into width 125 into 100 into 50, and I can now change it to this is actually height HT into LT into WT, and this is, if I convert them into millimeter, G कितना होगा ये? 1250 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 500. These are all in mm. If you want to convert them into meter, it's totally up to you. जी वो आएगा, of course meter. Oil level 115 centimeter. Why oil level is told? कोई बताएगा मुझे? Oil level बताने का मकसद क्या है? मैकेनिकल चीज़ है जी. We have to tell the length of the tube which is going to be attached. Coming to your, exactly, this height has to be told over there, because here there is a pump or whatever, but practically there is going to be a tube which is going to be connected like this. So you have to tell the height of the oil, that is the oil level. यहाँ से ये चीज़ अब वो भी आ सकता है. यस वो भी आ सकता है. डन कर. ओके, कमिंग बैक टू द एग्जांपल जी. स्केच डायग्राम टू शो द अरेंजमेंट एज वेल, दैट्स टोटली अप टू यू. यू हैव टू विन. सोल्यूशन जी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट एस ऑफ टी, जस्ट लाइक एल टी इंटू हाइट. This is 125 into 100 plus 2 125 into 50, that they have taken in centimeter. Actually I've copied it from over there. So your S of t, this is S of t equal to 3.75 into 10 raised to power 4 centimeter square. जी Hamza, convert this one into meter, what it will be? Centimeter में 10 raised to power minus 4, so this will be just 3.75 meter square. Okay, now अभी हम assume करते हैं we are not talking about any tubes. What will be the temperature rise? You have to first of all find out the temperature rise, degree C. This will be equal to total losses divided by क्या? नहीं वो किसके लिए समझ नहीं आई मुझे. नहीं rate will remain the same. No, rate is going to be same. That is specific heat. वो रेट है, वो आपका थर्मल रेट है आपका डिसिपेशन का. G, this will be ST. Here this will be 12.5. So what I have over here, 5,000. Area is 3.75 multiplied by 12.5. G Hamza. 106.66. So this is telling me that the temperature is going to exceed our limits of 50 degrees C over there. Now, what I have to do? जी कोई बताएगा मुझे? So what I have to do now ST has to be increased to X times ST. So there is going to be an increase in the surface area of the overall whatever. So for this purpose, I am going to now talk about specific heat. जी वही उसी से कर रहा हूँ, उसी से ही कर रहा हूँ. So specific heat dissipation under, I'm using the statement from the book over there so that you can actually understand and link up. So under the case is going to be 8.78 plus 3.72 divided by X, and this is going to be watts per meter square degree C over there. And let me add another page over here. And I have over here same thing written on another page. So now, G, can you tell me what should be? What I want? I want that the temperature should not exceed, temperature should not exceed. जी इसी फार्मूले में पुट करना, क्या करना पड़ेगा? तो फर्स्ट टेल मी आउट ऑन दिस वन. भाई स्पेसिफिक हीट डिसिपेशन कैसे निकालते हैं? वॉट्स डिवाइडेड बाय मीटर स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय टेम्परेचर. सो व्हाट इज वॉट्स ओवर हियर इन आवर केस? 5000 जी डिवाइडेड बाय 3.75 times by 50 because 50 degree C is that value over there. G. हाँ, that is the point over there. X times XT is going to be the distance over there. Now this should be equal to what? G. G, anyone please give me guide on this one. What should be? I have this formula over here. ये ज़रा ध्यान से, actually I am trying it from you side so that you can understand what I mean. जी जी किस पे? क्या क्या हो गया जी? भाई देखो, I have the specific heat dissipation 8.78 plus 3.72 divided by X. This units are watts per meter square degree C. इस वैल्यू को मैं किससे मल्टीप्लाई करूं ताकि इस तरफ को मेरे पास 5000 आ जाए? जी प्लीज टेल मी. स्पेसिफिक हीट डिसिपेशन है. व्हाट इज द यूनिट्स? वॉट्स पर मीटर स्क्वायर डिग्री सी. जी इसको पहले आप मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे 50 डिग्री सी साथ, विच मीन्स दिस कैंसल. एक्स टाइम्स ST 3.75 X or whatever. जी solve this one. हाँ बोलो किसके? देखो, it's totally up to you. If you want to use this formula, let me go back to the equation. You want to use this one? Totally up to you. I am using this one. एक ही चीज़ है. हाँ मैं ऊपर ही जा रहा हूँ. जी I have to find out the value of X. नहीं X should be, as per my book, this should be 2.6135. ऐसे आना चाहिए. भाई 1 से ज़्यादा ही होगा ना. ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता कि 1 से ज़्यादा ना हो. तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है कि 1 से कम ना हो. सॉरी, ये तो पॉसिबल नहीं है. हाँ X is not something related to the size of the tank. X is related कि आपको surface area of the tank से कितना बढ़ाना है उसको, और वो अगर आप उससे ज़्यादा ही बढ़ा रहे हो तो इसका मतलब है 1 point something value ही होगी ना, 2 times भी हो सकता है, 1 point something भी होगा. Here it is coming out as X equal to 2.6135. जी confirm this out. Required surface ये एग्जैक्टली वही. सो प्लीज़ ये मैंने सिर्फ आपके सामने इसको सॉल्व सिर्फ इसलिए किया. आई हैव डन दिस ओवर हेयर सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई मीन बाय इट. बिकॉज इन योर एग्जाम व्हेन एवर द क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड यू आर टोल्ड आपने नंबर ऑफ ट्यूब्स निकालने हैं. नंबर ऑफ ट्यूब्स निकालने के लिए यू हैव टू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फाइंड आउट द रिक्वायर्ड सरफेस एरिया ऑफ ट्यूब्स. और वो किस तरह से होगा? दैट विल बी इक्वल टू x टाइम्स st माइनस st. So what is x? This is 2.6135 multiplied by st कितना था जी? 3.75 minus 3.75 जी 1.6135. हाँ ये मैं वही कर रहा हूँ ना, ये आपने कुछ यहाँ पे, हाँ ये आंसर दो मुझे, फाइनल आंसर दो बस सिर्फ. 6.0506 मीटर स्क्वायर. दिस इज़ अ ह्यूज वैल्यू. अब आप देख सकते हो व्हाट वाज द साइज ऑफ योर ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक? 3.75. आपको उससे ऑलमोस्ट डबल, नियरली डबल वैल्यू में आपको ट्यूब्स के एरिया चाहिए. नाउ the tubes which you are going to use are either going to be of two shapes. The one shape which I am talking about is this. If you see a cross-sectional description of it, you take a circular. Second one is elliptical. Now, which one are you going to prefer? Calculations को छोड़ो, you are engineers. If you are talking on the elliptical tubes are going to have this dimension and this dimension. Let me call this one as x and y. Surface area of elliptical tubes is larger as compared to their volume. नहीं, ट्यूब का कम से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है. नहीं. The amount of oil inside the tubes is important. अब आपने ऑयल सिर्फ इतना नहीं डालना जो टैंक को पूरा कर सके, आपने अब ऑयल ट्यूब्स के बराबर भी डालना है. सो द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द ऑयल for this circular one is certainly going to be greater than the volume of the oil in elliptical tube. So, नहीं, same surface area. Of course, आप comparison करोगे किसी एक basis पे ही करोगे ना, for the same surface area. And when you are talking about the circular one, in the center, there will be some oil which will not be getting the full heat dissipation. साइडों के ऊपर से जो कि यहाँ मौजूद होंगे इनको heat dissipate हो रही होगी. Same thing happens in this elliptical tubes, but that area is going to be very small as compared to that circular one. So previously 5-10 years back or maybe 15 years back, this method of circular tubes is now abolished. Now they are moving on with the elliptical tubes. अब आपको ट्रांसफार्मर्स कहीं पे अगर सर्कुलर ट्यूब्स नज़र आ जाएं तो दैट ट्रांसफार्मर इज समथिंग 30 years or 20 years old. Now they are moving on towards elliptical tubes. Elliptical tubes को बनाना भी आसान है because you just have to cut 2 pieces of the tube. पाइप लिया आपने, कट किया, दोनों को आपस में वेल्ड कर दिया. Yes, certainly welding has to be perfect so that there is no leakage, but that elliptical tube is better as compared to your round tubes over there. Now, assuming over here if you are using elliptical tubes over there or even if you are using circular tubes over there, how you are going to find out how many number of tubes? Now the question is number of tubes. Going back to your question, here now comes the important thing, oil level. Oil level है 115 सेंटीमीटर. इसका मतलब ये है कि आपकी ट्यूब की लेंथ अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 115 सेंटीमीटर की होगी। इससे कम हो सकती है, ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकती। 110 हो सकती है, 105 हो सकती है, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि द ऑयल हैज़ टू फ्लो थ्रू दिस ऑल। सो नाउ इफ़ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट जी surface area of one tube, जी कैसे निकालेंगे? Now there are two options. Either if I since R.K. Agarwal is an old book, they are taking the circular tube. I will go with the both here in front of you. If I go with the circular tube, the surface area of one tube will be equal to pi dl. ऐसा ही है? Pi d circumference, length आपकी वो निकल गई. Now d is the diameter which is going to be fixed, and they are using a dia of tube as 5 centimeter. ठीक है जी. Length is known, so this is going to be equal to pi into 5 centimeter into the length they have used approximately as 1.05 meter, I guess. मीटर ही लिए, हाँ इसको मैं चेंज कर देता हूँ. This is going to be 0.05. Got it? 110 मीटर आपकी हाइट थी, उससे छोटा लिया उन्होंने लेंथ. ठीक है. सो दिस इज़ 1. जी हमजा कैलकुलेट करके दे देता रहा, ये मुझे ये क्या है. इट शुड बी 0.1649 मीटर स्क्वायर. 0.1649. This is the surface area of one tube. ठीक है. आई एम यूजिंग द सर्कुलर ट्यूब्स ओवर हियर. So the number of tubes, जी what is this? 6.0506. 6.0506 divided by 0.1. जी कितनी? 36.86. 686 tube. Now you will have to make it 37 tubes, but 37 tubes को एक rectangular tank के ऊपर equally distribute करना मुश्किल है. So I will make it 38 tubes over there, and this 38 tubes are going to be done. So if I am seeing the top side view, now if I have the top side view of my transformer, so I am going to see, let me those tubes. So I have this one. Let me just copy. नहीं वो अब आप पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं है. दैट इज़ नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन यू. कम ऑन यार. सो एक सेकेंड. नहीं मैं डोंट वरी. आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू कॉपी पेस्ट इट. सो अब ज़्यादा सारी कॉपी कर लूँगा. सो दिस इज़ गोइंग टू बी over here. So this is going to be आपको अपना ऑयल उस हिसाब से आपको निकालना पड़ेगा. जी 38 हो रही हैं कमल? कितनी है इस वक्त? और आई हैव टू रीअरेंज समथिंग अगेन. वो अब खैर you can add it over there. So on the all 4 sides you have to arrange this 38 tubes over there. ठीक है. Now they have not to be very close to each other, but by very close I mean if one tube, if I just zoom in this one tube was having a distance of 5, come on, one tube was having a radius or the diameter of 5 centimeter. This distance has to be greater than 5 centimeter so that it can actually dissipate heat over there. ठीक है. So this distance has to be. So this diagram was asked in the question कि जी आपने बताना है कि ट्यूब्स आपकी किस तरह से हैं. Now this is a circular tube. टैंक क्या मतलब आ ना रही? मैं समझा नहीं इस चीज़ को.
एक ट्यूब 5 सेंटीमीटर की है, उससे 2 ट्यूब्स के दरमियान डिस्टेंस हमें 5 सेंटीमीटर से ज़्यादा रखना है. अगर सारी कैलकुलेशन करें और अगर 32 लूप्स आ ही ना
तो फिर उसका एक हल है नाउ, उसका एक हल है. यू आर नॉट गेटिंग दैट वन, सो व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट, you are going to supposingly have let me make another, let me make, you have over here now when you are going to put a tube over there, ठीक है जी, I'm not going to make that tube, I'm just using a thicker pen over there. So if supposingly the oil level was, oh come on, the oil level was up till this value, ठीक है जी, and the oil level was up till this point, and in this you have to increase the amount of tubes. So now supposingly you have to make 5 tubes in this small space. आप क्या करोगे, this tube is going to start and go far and then come, then another tube is going to go far and then come, this tube is going to go far and then come, then another tube is going to go far and then come. आपने अक्सर ट्रांसफार्मर को देखा होगा, if you can google it out maybe, the tubes instead of just covering the same area, they go on for a very broad area and then they complete it. मतलब उसकी स्टार्टिंग उसी जगह से है, यानी कि कहने का मकसद ये है कि this gap length in between over here, this will be less than 5 centimeter. ये आप कर दोगे उसको, लेकिन आप उनको दूर लेके जाओगे. What I mean by this, if I go back again to the diagram, let me just go back on the diagram, you can see over there, इसको आप लंबा दूर लेके जा रहे हो and make them broader. आपके पास ये ट्रांसफार्मर का टैंक है, आप यहाँ से एक ट्यूब निकाल रहे हो, उसको सीधा यूं ले जाने की बजाय और नीचे की तरफ ले जाने की बजाय यू आर मूविंग इट फार अवे, सो दैट नाउ यू हैव मोर ट्यूब्स इन दैट एरिया. आप इंक्रीज कर रहे हो उसको. सो नाउ दिस लेंथ इज गोइंग टू बी इंक्रीज. ट्यूब की जो वैसे लेंथ है वो है, दिस लेंथ इज गोइंग टू बी इंक्रीज. सो इन दिस वे यू कैन हैव दैट एडिशनल. बट अगेन दिस इज अ मैकेनिकल टाइप ऑफ अ क्वेश्चन, नॉट एन इलेक्ट्रिकल. आपने सिर्फ बताना है एज इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर्स आपको इतनी ट्यूब्स चाहिए, वो मैकेनिकल वाले ने एडजस्ट करनी है किस तरह से. ठीक है. Any questions with this? This is a circular tube. We have just done the example, and this is telling us that how. किसका? सर हो एक सेकंड. This one over here, if I have over here, inside this circle, if I have to find out the volume of oil and the volume of aisle over here, if both of these are same value, which means the volume of oil is supposedly also x, this is also x, the surface area is going to be more for an ellipse. हमने आपको याद होगा ट्रांसफार्मर की वाइंडिंग के अंदर हमने कोर की बात की थी, और वी स्टार्टेड ऑन फ्रॉम द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग कि ये मेरे पास एक स्क्वायर कोर हो या मेरे पास एक सर्कुलर कोर हो, दोनों में से किसका पैरामीटर ज़्यादा है. स्क्वायर का पैरामीटर ज़्यादा था. नाउ अ डिस्कशन इज हेयर कि एक इलिप्स का पैरामीटर ज़्यादा है या एक सर्कल का ज़्यादा है. कीपिंग दी वॉल्यूम ऑफ दैट और एरिया. एक्चुअली इस सर्कल का एरिया क्या होता है जी? पाई आर स्क्वायर. ellipse का एरिया, now ellipse का एरिया, I will go on that ellipse one over there, this is very important. They are taking the now I am taking this one from the surface area of the tube. Now how they calculate it, the Indrajit Das Gupta, this is very important. They take this dimension this dimension as x, as I told you, and this is y, and they take the surface area equal to, this will be equal to 2 into x plus y multiplied by 0.9. 0.9 factor. These are elliptical tubes. So you have to now find out x and y. X and y will be given by in the question, or the book they are using actually these values. Let me write down those values also. They are taking this x as 75 mm of course, and y as let me confirm 15 mm. This is mm, this is mm. जी ज़रा इसको भी सॉल्व कर दो इसी से. Okay, so if I'm using surface over here, so if I am using elliptical tubes, the surface area of one tube is equal to जी कितना है? 162 mm square. वही मैं भी कहूँ कि ये आपने m मीटर स्क्वायर कैसे कर मीटर स्क्वायर. सो हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ, हाँ इसको कन्वर्ट कर वो तो 0.0162 होगा. इट विल बी 0 नहीं, हाँ ठीक है हाँ सॉरी ठीक है 1.62 into 10⁻⁻⁴. जी हाउ मेनी ट्यूब्स यू रिक्वायर देन इफ आई एम हैविंग. So divide it by 6 point. So same calculation you will do it for 0.6.0506 divided by this 1.62. अच्छा हाँ आपने तो किया ही नहीं है, सॉरी ये आपने यस हाँ वही ना वो तो हाँ. You have to first of all, this is the surface area of over there. You have to multiply this by the length of the tube. The length is equal to 1.05 meters over there. Then that will give you actually the whole length. क्योंकि ये आपने भी सिर्फ हाँ नहीं हम गलत नहीं कर रहे हैं. कहाँ यहाँ पे आपने गलती की होनी है. 2 into x, let me get it down, x into y. तो 165 ही आ रहा है ना. यूनिट मिलीमीटर ये कंफर्म है, ये मेरे सामने बुक खुली हुई है. आई हैव द बुक ओवर हियर. This is millimeter. This is the not the surface area. This is the तो ये 162 mm है. 162 mm को आप कन्वर्ट करो 0.162 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1.05 मीटर. हाँ दैट कम्स आउट टू बी, इफ आई यूज अनदर कलर, दिस इज 0.1701. दिस इज मीटर स्क्वायर. अब आप देख सकते हो ये कंपेरेबल है दोनों. ठीक है ट्यूब. जी वो सर्कमफ्रेंस है. सॉरी फॉर दैट. इट्स नॉट एरिया. That is circumference. This one is circumference. This one is, which we have done over here. This is the circumference. 35.57 tubes. Approximately same thing, 36 tubes. ना ऑयल. अभी आपका ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक डिज़ाइन व्हेन इट विल गो टू अ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, ही इज़ गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट द टोटल वॉल्यूम, द वेट. आपका टैंक उसको वेट को सस्टेन कर भी सकता है. उसने किस गेज की चादर इस्तेमाल करनी है. ऑल द डायमेंशंस दैट यू हैव कैलकुलेटेड ओवर हियर, दीज आर द इनसाइड डायमीटर. रिमेंबर ये इनसाइड डायमीटर. आउटसाइड डायमीटर उसकी एक थिकनेस होगी. ठीक है. सो इट कैन सस्टेन दैट वेट. सो दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू आर एक्चुअली जस्ट डूइंग द इलेक्ट्रिकल पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ इट. क्या आपकी इक्विपमेंट इलेक्ट्रिकली पर्सपेक्टिव वाइज इट्स ओके. Okay, so this is the, I will just take a 5 minutes break over here. My voice is very low over here. But before I switch on to a break, you can see over here types of radiators. We have just done this one over here, the conventional round or elliptical tube radiator. The next one is the press steel radiator. And before I go on towards this one, This is the press steel radiator, as you can see. Now, very closely, if you can see over here, what I'm doing over here, oil coming on in this, and there are channels over here. This is one channel, this is second channel, this is third channel over here. So this whole as a whole is one press steel radiator. This is made with continuously rolled, continuously annealed sheets. Continuously rolled, continuously annealed sheet means you have taken some metal, rolled it into some form and bended it. One thing very important, we are not mechanical engineers, but I guess you still have this idea कि आपने कभी भी किसी metal sheet को bend करना हो. Whenever you want to bend it on, it has to be bended at its strongest point. Otherwise, वो वहाँ से shear stress आएगा and it will break down. So continuously rolled, continuously annealed sheets mean कि आपने जहाँ से उसको bend करना है. Just like over here, you have to bend it over here at this point, so that channels are formed. So this is going to be a very different metal with some additives added over there, so that when you, just like in your car, आपने कार का एक वो रखा है, आपने कार का डोर बनाना है, it's curved structure. तो अगर आप एक सिंपल शीट लेके उसको बेंड कर दोगे, जहाँ से आपने बेंड किया होगा वहाँ से वो खत्म हो जाएगा. So it has to be treated by heat or something, so that it's going to be a continuously rolled, continuously annealed sheets, and these are going to be fins over there. So this is first fin, second fin, third fin, fourth fin, fifth fin, sixth fin. अब ये कितने रेडिएटर चाहिए, ये कितने लेंथ का चैनल है, विड्थ एंड हाउ मच लेंथ आई रिक्वायर, ये सब कुछ टेबल्स में है, ये भी हम देखते हैं. बट द प्रोसेस इज द वेरी सेम, बट दीज प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर दे आर वेरी वेरी इफेक्टिव एज कंपेयर टू योर ट्यूब्स और इलेक्ट्रिकल ट्यूब्स. रीज़न कि आप पूरा का पूरा ऑयल चैनल एक निकाल के आप क्या कर रहे हो, उसके अंदर ट्यूब्स के अंदर एक ऑयल चैनल जाता है, यूँ जाता है, वापस नीचे आ जाता है. हियर यू आर टेकिंग अ लॉट अमाउंट ऑफ ऑयल, making it into very very small channels, and those channels over here you can see over there, there are going to be 3 channels, 5 channels, 7 channels. So this is one diagram where you are actually having that press steel radiator. This is another one, you can see how many channels are there. So there are like 7 channels over there. Then I have over here, now this is another, कोई बताएगा ये किस टाइप का ट्रांसफार्मर है? This is air force. You have a fan working on the radiator, so you are going to have an increase in your heat dissipation from the radiator. That is a press steel radiator. This is another press steel radiator you can see over here. How many fins are there? You can count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now there are some factors कि आप ये इतनी सारे fins को इकट्ठा कर रहे हो तो उसकी हीट डिसिपेशन में फ़र्क आएगा, तो वो भी अभी हमने देखना है. ऑल दोज टेबल्स आर देयर. देन द लास्ट पार्ट, corrugated panel. What is corrugated panel? Instead of the tank made with a uniform sheet, you are going to make your sheet using, let me go on the, where is that corrugated sheet panel? One second, just let me see where I have put that diagram. Come on. I guess I have placed it somewhere else. Okay, I will talk about it. I will just show you on afterwards. Just take a 5 minutes break. So we are going to start from the press steel radiator. Okay, now we have the we have done the first part of this radiator design, and by first radiator design I mean we have done this conventional round or elliptical tube radiator. Now we are talking about the press steel radiator, as I told you in pictures. Before I move on to the press steel radiator, one thing very important, in your Indrajit Das Gupta book, the transformer main book over here, they have taken the number of tubes by this formula, and this formula is exactly the same what you have done previously. Now if you see very closely over here, what is this? This is 8.8, and in your previous formula you multiplied 6 by 1.35. This was 8.3775. So if you round it off, it becomes equal to 8.8. And if I go back on this number of tubes thing again, so what you are doing, you have 8.8 multiplied by x multiplied by y. This is actually that area over here, and you are dividing it over here by K over L. What is K? K is overall the total losses. This is the total loss of your transformer, including the no load loss and the copper losses. This L is the temperature which you are actually asking for the transformer to maintain, that is 40 degrees centigrade or 50 or 60, whatever you want. 12.5 is that rate which we have just discussed, 6 plus 6.5, and area is the same thing as ST. Okay? So this formula is nothing different from the one which we have just done previously. The both books are exactly doing the very same thing. The only thing that is a difficult or change is this, that they are using a circular tubes, here they are using the elliptical tubes. And you can see the elliptical tube very easily over there. This dimension is X and this dimension is Y, so 75 into 15, and you can see this one over here in the same elliptical tube over there. This is actually a press steel radiator, not that elliptical tube. And if I have that elliptical tube, you can see this is formed over here in this direction on the hole. Now, the second form of radiator which we are using is the press steel radiator, as I just showed you in the pictures also. That you are actually going to take a large amount of input of the oil coming inside this pipe, and it's going to be bifurcated into 4 different channels as per this diagram over there. These are all channels, and this channel can be either 4 or either 5, either 7 or whatever, depending upon your sheet. Now these press steel radiators, as I told you previously, that they are going to be made by 1 to 1.2 mm cold rolled, cold annealed, continuously annealed sheets over there, and they are going to be pressed together, welded together, and their widths are varying over here. The designs which I have, the tables which I have with me are 230 mm, 300 mm and 520 mm. So tables are already given to you. The length of this is variable, which means you have 400 mm to 3000 mm, 3 meters over there. So you have this one over there. Now, how many of these radiators you require and how many fins you require? This is very important. Now, very importantly, if I go back over there on the diagram that I showed you previously in continuously rolled something, let me take one diagram, this one. Over here in this diagram, this was one fin. This was another fin. If I make it, this is second fin, this is third, this is fourth, this is fifth, and this is sixth. Now, how many fins you require, you have to also calculate. And one thing which is very much important that you have to decide is the distance between these two press steel radiator. ये जितना close होंगे उतना इनके लिए मुश्किल होगा radiate करना ही. So based on all these distances, as I told you, this one is width W. This one is the height of your over here, or the length actually. The word they are using is actually the length of the press steel radiator. And this distance from the two centers over there, how much that distance is. So they have some correction factors which have to be applied over there. So if I'll go on those correction factors are 3 in number. And those correction factors are these ones. Now see this very carefully. First correction factor, vertical distance between transformer core center line and the radiator center line. Don't take this 80 mm. 80 mm is the data from that transformer. Now what this means? This means this is your transformer from the side view. Okay? Transformer from the side view is there. Transformer center line is this line. And the radiator center line is here. Question over here, agar ye center lines of the radiator and the center line of your transformer, you can see the transformer is resting on this insulated whatever sheet over there. The transformer side profile is given. These are those fish plates which you have been talking about, and this is that circular core and whatever. Question over here, that this distance between the two core centers, agar ye 0 ho, and compare it with some distance of 80 or 100 mm, heat dissipation kahan zyada achhi hogi? Yes, I am comparing that both of these, the black color line and the orange color line, they both are aligned together. Compare this situation with one which the distance between their centers is 80 or 100 mm, which is going to be having better cooling. जी
जो डिस्प्ले 60 में होता
हाँ जी,
वो बेटर नहीं होगा क्योंकि उसके ज़्यादा इन कॉन्टैक्ट आते हैं सेंटर रीजन पर।
all these press steel radiators or tube, they work on the flow of convection.
फिर ये वाला बेस्ट है क्योंकि इससे
The convection means that the oil is going to be heated up, it will go up, flow through the tubes, get cooled down and come back from the bottom. So this tube over here, this one, if it is not at this position, if it is something like this position, it is better.
मार्जिन ज़्यादा आपके पास
You have more hot oil on the top. So when more hot oil is going to come on the top, it's going to come down and it's going to be cooled down. So the center to center distance of the transformer and the center of the radiator, that distance is going to be called as the vertical distance between the transformer core center line and the radiator center line. Here in this case it was 80 mm. So now how you are going to find out the correction factor? Vertical distance between transformer core center line and the radiator center line. If it is 0, the correction factor is 0.8. If it is 100, it is 0.85. If it is 200, it is 0.89. If it is 300, 0.93. It goes on up till 600, then it is 1. So this means that if you have a center to center distance of 600 mm, this is a huge one, 0.6 meters, almost more than half of a meter, then you are going to get a correction factor. Then actually that radiator is going to give you the full functionality. वरना otherwise आपको क्या हो रहा है, hot oil तो ऊपर है, वो अगर आप उसको बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली ट्रांसफार्मर के लेवल पे लगा देंगे उसका फायदा कोई नहीं.
ये छोटे ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स के लिए टेक्नोलॉजी
Yes, for small transformers this is not beneficial, and press steel radiators, they are also expensive as compared to elliptical tube. So that's why this is the first correction factor that you have to apply, and from here this was actually 80 mm or 100 mm. They have taken this 0.85 from here, so this is the first correction factor. Now if your distance is not available, I will advise you to take interpolation between these two values linearly. Okay? If 80 is not there, you can take the interpolation value, that comes out to be 0.83, 0.84 or whatever that may be. So you have to take that interpolation. Second thing, horizontal distance between two radiators. Now over here, if I go back on your diagram, let me go back on your diagram over here. Okay, come on. This one. This distance between the two radiators, सेंटर टू सेंटर ऑफ कोर्स, ठीक है, बिकॉज चैनल्स तो बड़े भी हो सकते हैं, कोई 3 भी हो सकते हैं, 4 भी हो सकते हैं. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट सेंटर टू सेंटर डिस्टेंस. दिस डिस्टेंस इफ इट इज लार्जर, correction factor is going to be better. If they are very close, correction factor will be less than 1. ठीक है, so I can ask some questions also over here कि ये correction factor 1 से कब ज़्यादा होगा, 1 से कब कम होगा. ठीक है, so see this one from that point of view also. So what they have given over here, the data given over here is, go back over there, come on, okay. So horizontal distance, now here this is very important, horizontal distance between 226 mm 3 channel radiator, 300 mm 4 channel radiator, 520 mm 7 channel radiator. What this means, as I told you just now, that your channels can be either 4, 3, 7 and so on. The lengths are given by 400 mm to 3 meters. The width are 3 tables given with me. One is 230 mm, other one is 300 mm, 520 mm, and the tables are given over here in this data. Let me go towards the table. This is the table for 226 mm 3 channels. The next table, the next channel is for 520 mm 7 channels, and this is actually a little different over here. This is 300 mm 4 channel. ये आगे पीछे हो गए हैं, ठीक है, not increasing the trend. So these three are here. Now over here, which channel I am using, it's totally up to you. If you have a very big transformer, it will be better if you use, oh come on, yeah, if you use 7 channels over here, for example. So if you have 7 channel radiator, you can see the power, the factor. If you have 4 channel, you have a factor. If you have a 3 channel, you have a factor. Now the distance between these 3 over here, आपने किसी एक को use करना है. If you are using 226 mm, the linear distance between any of them, you can see over there, if the distance is 500 mm, then the correction factor is 1. If it is closer to 300. Now, how much distance you require, this is going to be decided by you. Now, see this transformer. This is the top view. ये आपके 3 bushings हैं HT winding के. These are for those LT, ठीक है, with neutral over here. This is one press steel radiator, another press steel radiator. You only require 2 of them. छोटा सा transformer है. So this distance over here in between these two, if this is 500 mm, then the correction factor is going to be used. If this is 226 mm, you will be using this one. If the distance between them is 400, then you will be using 0.95. Now, if you are using 300 mm, you have different values. If you have using 520 mm, it will be different. The last correction factor, as shown over here in this diagram, number of sections, or actually this is also called as number of fins. I take it as the number of fins. कि एक radiator के अंदर कितने fins हैं? Now, if you go back to your diagram, which I showed you over there, come on. So if I go back to your diagram, the number of radiators or number of fins actually, come on. This is, oh, maybe it is. Okay, so in this one, how many I have over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fins over there. So how many fins you require, that is again up to you. So if I go back on this one table over there, which I have over there, so you can see very easily that, come on yaar. Whenever I import pictures in this one, it actually creates problems. So number of sections or fins per radiator, if I have 3, see the factor, it's even greater than 1. If I have 4 to 5, 1.06. If I have 6 to 8, it is 1.02. If I have 9 to 11, that's why you won't find more than 9 or 11 fins over there. So this will be 1. Then if I increase to 12 to 14 or even 21 to 24, you can see the distances. But yes, if you are going to increase the number of fins, the amount of oil is going to. But you have to take that into consideration also, that your transformer has equally the press steel radiator on all 4 sides. अब इस केस के अंदर ये एक ऐसा केस है जिसके अंदर आपके पास आई सिर्फ एक यहाँ रहा है और एक यहाँ रहा है. अगर आपके पास इसके अंदर 4 आ रहे होते, if there were like 4 over there, then you will have like 1, 2, 3rd over here, 4th over here. ठीक है? So press steel radiators have to be uniformly distributed over there. देखो, horizontal distance की जितने करीब होंगे उतना heat dissipation मुश्किल होगी. जितना दूर होंगे उतनी heat dissipation आसान है, because they are dissipating their heat in air. उसका फैक्टर आपके पास यहाँ पे है. If you have a horizontal distance between 2 to 6 mm radiator, 500 mm distance, factor is 1. If you have 300 mm, it should be 300 mm width. This. ये हमारे पास 3 किस्म के हैं, 230 mm, 300 mm, 520 mm. और तीनों के टेबल्स मौजूद हैं. नाउ आपके पास चीज़ें आ गई हैं, आपके पास करेक्शन फैक्टर्स भी आ गए हैं. नाउ हाउ यू आर एक्चुअली गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट दैट यू आर गोइंग टू यूज़ हाउ मेनी रेडिएटर्स एंड वट एवर. वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस बिटवीन ट्रांसफार्मर कोर लाइन एंड रेडिएटर सेंटर, ये आपका फिक्स्ड होगा. यू विल ऑलवेज बी गेटिंग दिस वैल्यू, ये आपके पास पहले से है. Horizontal distance between 2 radiators, this is an undecided factor. Why undecisive? Because you still don't know how many radiators you are going to use. Lekin just assume a fact over there that radiator distance is 500 mm, for example. So you are going to keep this factor as 1.0. The last factor, number of sections per radiator, you also keep it 4 to 5 or 5 to 7, and this is 1.06. Now, since you have to first of all decide you are going to go with 226, or you are going to go with 300, or you are going to go with 520. Supposingly you go with 300 mm, you will first of all go on the chart that is for 300 mm, and that 300 mm chart is here. Now in this chart you can see very clearly that it is a 4-channel radiator. Now you have your total losses equal to the total losses of your transformer that are equal to some X value. For example, you are going to dissipate how much heat from the tank, that will be determined by S of t multiplied by 12.5 value. That will tell you how much power is dissipated. Now x minus this S of t multiplied by 12.5 will give you the amount of power that you have to dissipate from the press steel radiator. Now, for that press steel radiator, if you have chosen 300 mm, you have to first of all see, you have to go for 40 degree centigrade, 50 degree, 45, 55, 60. Since in our case it was written as 50 degree centigrade or 40 degree centigrade, so what I will do, I will now have to first of all decide the length of my channel. That will be decided by the length of my tank. Okay? Certainly if my tank is 800 mm, so this means I will have to take something 700 mm height over there. So 700 mm there is only one. Corresponding to this one, I have to go with 40 degree centigrade. Then I have over here the value equal to 143 watts over there. What this is telling me, that 143 watts will be dissipated by one fin on this radiator. One fin, again remember. But इस 143 को अभी आपने मल्टीप्लाई करना है विद द करेक्शन फैक्टर जो हमने भी निकाला था प्रोडक्ट से. सो वट एवर करेक्शन फैक्टर यू हैव फाउंड आउट फ्रॉम दिस डिस्कशन, you are going to multiply whatever correction factor you have got, you are going to multiply this by that 143. That will be the number of amount of power. So supposedly that was 0.9. So 0.9 multiplied by 143, whatever that value comes, that will be the power dissipated by one fin. So now you will decide how many fins you are going to get. But remember, that number of fins should be within the limits which you have taken over here, correction factor. इसमें से ये correction factor आपका पहले से पता होगा आपको, क्योंकि ये आपको पता है कि आपका ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक कितना ऊंचा है, आपका रेडिएटर कितना है. That distance is already known. But the other two factors, that is dependent upon you. आपके fins, number of fins ज़्यादा आते हैं. That comes out to be supposedly like 20-30. तो आप कहते हैं 20-30 के अंदर से you have to make 10 on one radiator, 10 on one radiator, 10 on another. उसकी वजह से the horizontal distance between those radiators they decreases down. तो फिर आपको ये 500 mm कम करना पड़ेगा. You will have to then go with something like 400 mm and the production factor will now be 0.95. Yes. क्रॉस चेक करना बिल्कुल. So because if you are violating this data and this data, then you have to take into account. So the tables are there. Your tables are there, just like this one over here, and these tables are telling you how much watts per channel, per that one. So if you are supposedly going with the 226 mm, if your distance is 700 mm, corresponding to this one, in the book they have used this 112 watts per fin over there, and it has how many? It has 3 channels over there. So this is how you are actually going to find out. You can actually also find out the oil content per section per liters over here also. You can also find out the weight per section, because but this is a mechanical aspect over there कि एक fin का weight कितना है. You can see if this is 700 mm, 226 mm width, so this comes out to be a weight of 3.56 kilograms. ये एक fin का weight है. So if you are having like 10 fins, 20 fins over there, so this will a lot of weight. So this press steel radiator is only used for big transformers. So you have to first of all, and this is a press steel radiator from the side view. You can see how many fins are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see this is the length of that press steel radiator, and you can see this is that pipe. The oil is coming inside this pipe, and then it is going through these 5 channels, and it is then being collected back over here and going inside this. Press steel radiator is a whole industry apart from the transformer industry, and these press steel radiators are not just used for the transformer, they are also used for any generators also, so that you can have a cooling turbine having this press steel radiator. So it's a totally different industry, and you can see these are, you can see this is one transformer over here, another one, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. The horizontal distance is very small, but you can see the size is reduced. आपका ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक का साइज आपके रेडिएटर के साइज से छोटा है. You can see over here. When you have less space, this is the most easiest way in which you can actually have this one. These are all Indian pictures, I guess. These are not even Pakistani pictures. But yes, Prestige radiators are.
इस वाले के अंदर जो VA accumulation है वो बहुत ज़्यादा
Again, sorry?
इसकी जो VA accumulation है वो बहुत ज़्यादा होगी, इसकी पावर बहुत ज़्यादा होगी इस ट्रांसफार्मर।
ऑफ कोर्स क्योंकि आप हीट डिसिपेट बहुत ज़्यादा कर रहे हो उसका। करेक्शन फैक्टर भी ज़्यादा होगा, बहुत कम होगा। इट विल नॉट बी 1, इट विल बी समथिंग 0.8, 0.9 होगा, हैविंग ऑल दोज 3। बट यू कैन सी द हाइट ऑफ द टैंक इज़ वेरी वेरी स्मॉल। सो ये आप देख सकते हो, दिस डिस्टेंस इज दैट क्लियरेंस फॉर दैट। आई गेस देयर इज नो टैप चेंजर स्टिल ओवर देयर, बट स्टिल दे हैव टू कीप some distance over there so that the clearance is being added up over there. So this is the second type of press steel radiator that you are using over here for the cooling of your transformer tank. The last thing that is over here, that is the last point for the correction of, is called as the corrugated panel. Now I'm not going to do this design, do it yourself from your book Indrajit Dasgupta. I will just give you an idea how they are doing. The tank will remain the same. The only thing that you are increasing is the fins over here. And what I mean by fins over there, this one fin, if I'm using another color, this is one fin, another fin, another fin, another fin. These are fins added over there. But these are not just fins added, they have a spacing inside it. Okay? So these are corrugated panels over there, and inside these fins, you are going to have some again. So oil is going circulating. So aapka transformer tank, you are not just dissipating from the transformer sides, you are actually increasing the area, just like your heat sink. आप heat sink में क्या करते हो? Whenever you put it on a MOSFET or something, whatever electronic device, you are actually increasing that surface area. So same thing is being done over there. Okay? So this type of is called as the corrugated panels or corrugated panel dissipation of heat from your transformer over here. So kindly go through this one. I guess this is on page number. Let me give you the page number over there. This is page number, I guess, 122 on your Indrajit Dasgupta book. Very simple, nothing special over there. Total number of fins are calculated, and that's all. Nothing special over there. The rest of the things inside every chapter, they are talking on the weight of the tank and the length of the fixed, the fish plate and all that stuff over there. And beta, you were asking for the conservator, that dholki in the very start. It's also there on page number 136, so you can go through it. Because all these are mechanical aspects, so that's why we never go through it. But yes, being an electrical engineer, you should go knowing that there is going to be a breather. That breather, that drum over there, it's actually going to be based on some gel so that it can absorb moisture from the transformer oil. Transformer oil, if it has some moisture inside it, it's catastrophic for the transformer. So it has to have, because moisture can leak somewhere, winding से आ सकता है, आपकी पेपर जो आपने यूज़ किया उसकी इंसुलेशन के अंदर भी वाटर है. Water is everywhere in every material over there. So when, because of heat and whatever, that moisture absorbs inside the oil. So you have to have some content over there so that it can actually absorb your moisture from the transformer. Otherwise, if अगर आपके transformer oil के अंदर if there is moisture, then you will have to first of all turn off the transformer. Certainly you have to take off all the oil, heat it up. हमारे यहाँ देसी तरीका यही है कि वो ट्रांसफार्मर को पूरा एक आंच पे रख देते हैं और उसको पकाना शुरू कर देते हैं. That is the normal way which they are doing. But इसके लिए पूरा हाइग्रो प्रोसेस होता है in which they actually take that oil, put it inside machine, electrically heated so that fumes are made, and those fumes are actually taken off. उसमें वहाँ पे आप उसका dissolved gas analysis भी करते हैं. That is DGA. आप किसी भी बड़े ट्रांसफार्मर, ये तो छोटा ट्रांसफार्मर है आपके घरों के पास 100 kVA 200 kVA, बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग पावर ट्रांसफार्मर फ्रॉम एनी ग्रिड स्टेशन और एनी पावर स्टेशन. वहाँ पे जो गैस निकलती है उसका दे ऑलवेज डूइंग अ डिजॉल्व्ड गैस एनालिसिस. नाउ दिस टेक्निक हैज़ कम टू पाकिस्तान. इट्स नॉट लाइक 15-20 years back. नाउ दिस इज अवेलेबल बाय सम मैनी अदर कंपनीज. सो व्हाट दे डू, व्हेनेवर दैट ट्रांसफार्मर इज हीटेड अप, उनके पास एक वॉल्व है, उस वॉल्व से वहाँ से वो उसके ऑयल के कंटेंट्स पकड़ते हैं, सेंड इट टू सम PCSIR और सम लैब, एंड दे एक्चुअली गेट इट टेस्टेड, एंड गैस एनालिसिस भी होता है. उस गैस एनालिसिस से दे कैन प्रेडिक्ट कि ट्रांसफार्मर की इंसुलेशन कितने दिन और सर्वाइव करेगी. बिकॉज दे नो कि ट्रांसफार्मर के अंदर जो पेपर यूज़ हुआ है, दैट सेलुलोज हैज़ ब्रोकन डाउन टू what extent, and that is available inside the transformer oil. उसके content percentage से आपको पता चल जाता है कि oil के अंदर किस वक्त कितना moisture है, कितने cellulose हैं, कितनी partial discharges हो चुकी हैं, कितने ions हैं. So based on that gas and that oil analysis, you can decide what is the life of your transformer. So based on this very good test which is being done by some private companies, I don't think so any government is having this ability. So many private companies are doing this dissolved gas analysis. And nowadays, since we are all power hungry, we all want power, certainly at a very high price, just now in Pakistan, but we don't want interruption. We never want interruption. मतलब पाकिस्तान में तो we have a load shedding example every time. हम तो घड़ियाँ सेट करते थे किसी वक्त में कि हाँ जी 1 घंटा गई है 1 घंटा आई है. But nowadays, since we don't want interruptions, because if there is an interruption, the whole process is gone, the computer is off or whatever. So now they are thinking of making the transformers, especially power transformers and those step-up or transmission line transformers, error-free, and they are going to have a 24-hour monitoring system on them, so that they can actually be working and they can predict कि हाँ जी you are. I don't know how many of you have gone through, I guess, power system analysis पढ़ रहे हो इस वक्त या ऑपरेशन और क्या पढ़ रहे हो? ऑपरेशन कोई नहीं पढ़ा अभी तक. PS ऑपरेशन नेक्स्ट ईयर में है.